How does a narcissist feel when they lose you? Regret is an emotion that many of us have experienced at some point in our lives. It is the feeling of remorse or disappointment that comes from the realization that something we did or didn't do in the past has led to an undesirable outcome. Regret can be a powerful emotion that can weigh heavily on our minds and affect our mental well-being. In this article, we'll explore the question of whether or not narcissists truly regret losing someone. To understand this, it is important to first understand why people feel regret and if they can truly overcome it. Regret is often rooted in feelings of guilt or remorse, which stem from the belief that we could have acted differently in the past. For some, regret can be a powerful motivator to change our behavior and make different choices in the future. For others, it can be a source of constant rumination and self-doubt. The ability to overcome regret is often determined by one's level of self-awareness and emotional intelligence. When it comes to narcissists, the question of whether or not they truly regret losing someone is a complex one. Narcissists can be described as parasites, as they cling to the lives of those around them in order to draw the energy and resources they need to survive. They try to conceal their true predatory nature and give the impression that they are all-powerful. However, in reality, they are hollow, sensitive individuals who are riddled with insecurity. This is the truth of their experience with sorrow and loss. Narcissists do not experience regret in the same way that we do. They do not have the ability to empathize with others or understand the impact that their actions have on those around them. They are only concerned with their own needs and desires, and they view others as nothing more than a means to an end. As a result, they do not feel remorse or guilt when they lose someone, as they do not see that person as an individual with their own needs and feelings. Instead, a narcissist may express regret as a means of manipulating the person they lost. They may try to make the person feel guilty or responsible for the loss in an attempt to regain control over the situation. They may also try to win the person back by making false promises of change or by using flattery and manipulation. However, these expressions of regret are not genuine, as they are not rooted in true feelings of remorse or guilt. Now the question is, do narcissists truly regret losing someone? They do experience regret, but not in the way that you may recognize or understand it. It's natural for one to second-guess themselves after a setback, whether it's the end of a relationship, the loss of a career, or anything else. And yet, here I am, regretting my inaction. For you, regret may have a specific meaning. However, for a narcissist, their perspective on the world is limited, much like looking through a tunnel and only seeing things and people that hold value for them. Only those who actively serve the narcissist's fake self hold value. If you were a primary source of attention, money, sex, or any other demand for the narcissist, then you were the type of supply they wanted to keep. Not because they cared about you or wanted to maintain the relationship, but because you held value for them, and they needed it in ways that weren't being met by their existing resources. Therefore, a narcissist doesn't feel regret in the same way that you may. If I regret losing them, it's because I should have done more to keep them in my life. I say this not because I truly cared for them, but because they were a source of value and perks that I no longer have access to. They will have to find a new partner who is willing to give them the same level of attention, manipulation, and hard work. It is easier for them to keep an existing partner than to find a new one. Just like how it's easier to keep an employee than to hire someone new. They may regret losing a housekeeper or an automated cash dispenser, but they will regret losing a partner who would shower them with endless affection and feel guilty about relying on a cook service. The truth is that no matter who it is, a narcissist needs someone to serve them. This is why they can easily find a replacement for you. It doesn't matter who it is, as long as they can serve the narcissist's needs. This is not a place where people care about each other. It is characterized by pure egotism, where one's only concern is achieving their own goals. It's an extreme form of egocentrism. Simply put, a narcissist does not experience regret in the same way that you do. Even if they express regret, it is not accompanied by genuine feelings of loss, remorse, or guilt. It's more like, oh, I should have done this or said this to keep this source of supply in my life because I was getting something out of it. If you have recently broken up with a narcissist, they may try to contact you and make excuses like, I'm sorry I let this happen. God spoke to me last night and I had a breakthrough and realized this, etc. These are all just attempts to manipulate you into feeling bad about yourself and giving up hope on them. A narcissist is incapable of feeling true regret because they lack ethics. As human beings, we are equipped with a moral compass. Everything you've been told is false and a complete fabrication. It's important to remember that a narcissist's only concern is themselves. It's similar to the awareness that guides our actions and informs our judgments about what is real and what isn't. It helps us understand where we went wrong and where we succeeded, how we should behave towards others, what we can and cannot do, and what we should and should not fear. A narcissist lacks this ability, even when there is unfairness, which is why they are so concerned with preserving their false reputation. They don't care about what happens to you, so they won't feel any remorse about it. When a person never truly appreciates you for who you are, it's pointless to grieve over their loss. They only used you for the energy and resources you provided. It's important for other survivors to understand how these individuals create these false narratives and how they can save themselves. I would be very interested in hearing about your experiences and what your narcissist said to you when they were expressing their sorrow. You can share your story by leaving a comment below. That being said, I want to talk more about this in an upcoming episode. To heal, we must wait until then. In conclusion, narcissists may express regret over a loss, but their regret is different from ours. Narcissists lack empathy and are unable to comprehend the emotional toll their actions take on those close to them. They don't feel regret or guilt when they lose someone since they see them as expendable tools. Narcissists' protestations of sorrow aren't sincere, but rather a manipulation tactic to reclaim power. They may feel bad about the person they've hurt and the effect it has on them, but this isn't genuine regret. In relationships with narcissists, it's crucial to recognize these warning signs and avoid falling for their manipulation. Please leave your feedback and questions in the comments section if you found this video to be informative. Till we meet again, we may continue our mending. Enjoy your day.